Tanks are OP in Battlefield 1. No surprise there. Despite being a closed alpha build, there's still a lot we can take away from these hunks of metal, so here's an early guide to understanding each of the vehicles and their best practices on the battlefield. 1. Before we take a look at each of the 4 vehicles, let's go through some of the general basics. First off, when you spawn in a vehicle's driver position, you take on the tank class. It's imperative you do so because it grants you the ability to repair. The burden of repairing is you can't be taking any damage, and it also makes your tank inoperable, which sucks. Yet if your engine or tracks are disabled, you're a sitting duck, so you might as well do so. Luckily, all these tanks are equipped with smoke or poison gas, so do your best to save it at the ready. Hitting it will mask your tank, heightening your odds of getting 1 repair counter in, allowing you to bounce out and live to fight another day. Even if your engine and tracks are intact and you're in a sticky situation, hit smoke or gas and throw it in reverse. Be that nifty ninja and keep them guessing. Don't forget the tank class is also packing an anti-tank grenade. So if you're doomed and forced to flee, get back at them and chuck a couple of these, because chances are you're already dead. All tanks have 5 rounds at the ready, yet they are a pain to reload, in which case, always be reloading. Always. When you're down to that last round, your fire rate drops significantly. No bueno. And don't forget, all tanks have a secondary shotgun cannon for infantry. You can drop med packs at capture points. Oh, and the class also gives you a hammer. However, it currently repairs at 2% increments, making it not very useful. You're better off using it as a weapon. Touching back on repairing, this mechanic is actually ingrained with how tank tactics operate. This system transpires into a fight, flight, or fix dynamic, and it actually varies on each vehicle. Essentially, what tank you're in and what tank you're matched against will completely change your tactics. And that's our segue into dissecting each tank. Unfortunately, this armored car is not a tank, so let's just get this out of the way. The car's health is so low, you can take damage from practically every weapon on the field. It's the only vehicle that spawns on the map, making it prime for quick captures on flags. You're really actually a fast-moving spawn, so don't stop moving. The Landship is a 3-seater, and it's the most powerful tank because of these 2 cannon positions. And there lies the problem. If you don't have at least one of these seats filled, you're outmatched. All you have is a forward-firing machine gun with a limited view. So squad up or spam that get in chat and make yourself enticing because, man, if you're a full boat, you can wreck shop. As the driver, it's your goal to give your cannon ops love. Consider this approach against an enemy tank. Show your first cannon the target. Once he fires, quickly whip your second cannon side around. If done right, you outmatch the enemy's fire rate. Oddly enough, the heavy tank is actually the fastest tank in the lot. Its top speed doesn't just make it great for capturing midpoint flags, but for laying down up to 3 landmines. Consider placing these mines around capture points and town crossroads. This giant toaster has 5 gunner positions, but with the patience of most teammates, chances are 2 of the seats will be filled at one time. Fortunately, armor is protecting its tracks, so it's really got no weak spots. So when you're in control, don't bow down at anyone. If you're at 60% health, don't think an incoming light tank has the upper hand. You don't need to repair yet. Just keep hammering until you see yellow or red text, then repair away. Lastly, and certainly not least, the light tank. Oddly enough, it's the slowest land vehicle, but all you really need is that 360-degree turret. You are a one-man show flanker. Think outside the box and always be moving. Sure, your cannon isn't as powerful as a heavy tank, that's fine. Circle him while firing. Once that toaster's plug is disabled, he's all yours. For landships, it's a different story. Attempt to position yourself to its front or back. Keep in mind, your tracks are your weak point, so attack from straight on whenever possible. And lastly, yes, your poison gas is great for masking getaways, but it's also poison. If you got campers hiding in a capture point, give them a reason to leave. And there you have it, a first look at ground vehicles in Battlefield 1. I hope you learned something today, and if you have any pointers yourself, put them in the comments section, or send them my way on Twitter. Be sure to subscribe for more Battlefield 1 content down the road, and as always, thanks for watching.